I have two 2024 Chevy Colorados. One's the Trail Boss, one's the ZR2. I borrowed these trucks from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. The blue Trail Boss is available, the ZR2 sold. Let's check out the pricing on these trucks and then we'll go around them. This is the window sticker for the Trail Boss, and here's the colors right there. Be sure to pause it for the standard equipment. Base price on this truck is going to be $37,300, and here are all the options. Now this is kind of unique because it has like the off-road drive shaft, dark essentials package on this truck too. So when you see it, it's going to have a 20-inch black wheel, and then here is the total price. Now for the Colorado ZR2, black on black, and again just pause for this standard equipment, $46,800 is the standard vehicle price. Now as far as the options go, you guys can see it has a tech package, so your HD surround vision is actually an option on the ZR2. Now total price is $55,180, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed the fuel economy numbers, but on the ZR2 it is reduced, so 17 versus 23 and 18. Now if you don't remember, I did a video comparing a Trail Boss and an AT4. And I would say that because of the pricing on the Trail Boss, you don't get a lot of features, but you get a really hardcore looking truck. Now this truck does have a lot of options, as you guys saw, but the front end, you don't really get much to upgrade this. So you have a lot of plastic on the grill, on the lower bumper, but you do have this painted trim piece, which is finished in gray there. Halogen headlights, incandescent turn signals there. No fog lights on the front end, but you do have black recovery hooks down below. You do have the option to upgrade the skid plates on the Trail Boss, so if you do want to take the truck off-road, you have those options. Stylish hood, and listen, when it's all said and done, the Trail Boss is very aggressive, and I think I like the overall styling. I just wish there was more you can do on the front end. That's it, but you see the black bow tie, which was a part of that black essentials package that they added. Now as far as the ZR2 goes, this truck is actually more smooth on the front end. Painted grill, bumper, although there is a little bit of plastic down below, but check out the cutout on the side here. So you have greater ground clearance, better approach angle, big skid plates. So these are the skid plates you can get on the Trail Boss as an option. They go pretty far back there. LED high and low beam headlights, incandescent turn signals. This one has a flow-through tie with some red accents there. Forward-facing camera and red recovery hooks. I think the styling on the ZR2 is better, obviously, but you're gonna have to pay $9,500 more for it, right? And here's the hood on this truck. Now, this truck has a 3-inch factory lift, right? The Trail Boss has a 2-inch factory lift. You can clearly see that this ZR2 sits higher. Now, it's in part to that lift, right? It's an inch taller, but it does have taller tires too. These are gonna be a 285/70/17 compared to a 20-inch wheel, which is an option. You can get 18s on this truck too if you don't like the bigger wheel. So 275/60/20 is this tire size. And pretty aggressive. That's a Bridgestone Dueler tire. Is an all-terrain. This is the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT, so these are a lot more aggressive in comparison. Both trucks have the wheel well liners finished in like a fabric material, independent front suspension. Now with the ZR2 you do get a more hardcore suspension. So this has the Multimatic DSSV, which is dynamic suspension spool valve. This is basically a Baja suspension, so if you're going fast off-road, that's why you would buy this truck. Now on the Trail Boss, it just has a lift and probably different dampening compared to the regular Colorados there, but the wheel design is really nice. I do like these wheels, guys. They look really good. The 17s though, however, are probably the better setup if you do plan on going off-road. Obviously you want more sidewall, obviously, and that's what you're going to get with the ZR2. Painted mirror caps, finished in black. More of that black essentials. I definitely would like to see a black essentials on a ZR2 personally, but smart key system, painted door handles. No smart key system, but black door handles, but no chrome on this truck. You guys can see too, this truck does have the running boards, rock rails for the ZR2, Same fuel tank capacity, 21 gallons. And like I said, you can clearly see how much taller the ZR2 sits in comparison with the Trail Boss. It's pretty significant when you look at it. Now, when you get a ZR2, you're gonna have LED and incandescent bulbs for your tail lights, but these are just gonna be incandescent bulbs. I like that they give you the step for the ZR2 if you need to step into the bed. They take that away on the ZR2. I was actually shocked by that, but rear parking sensors for both trucks in the rear. In the front, I didn't point that out. Not available on either truck. Now, the Colorado Trail Boss does have a Class 4 hitch, 7 and 4 pin, and unfortunately, it does not have an assisted tailgate. No power in the bed. This stuff is available, you just have to opt for it. Backup camera's right there. Now, for the ZR2, you guys see it, of course it's gonna have a backup camera. This truck is also gonna have an assisted tailgate standard. This one has a spray-in bed liner, 400 watts of power. You guys can see that they stamped ZR2 in the front of the bed. On the Trail Boss, they just stamped the Chevy bow tie there. But you guys see here, this storage comes standard. And this one has the optional kicker sound system already built in right there. So this acts as storage too. Whether you want the ZR2 or the Trail Boss, they're gonna have the same powertrains, which is the TurboMax. It's a 2.7 liter displacement, 4-cylinder turbo. It's gonna have 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. Both trucks have an 8-speed transmission, 342 rear ends. Let's go ahead and check out the interiors, starting with the Trail Boss. Inside the interior of the Trail Boss, you can clearly tell this is the entry-level pickup truck, right? You still have power windows, door locks, and mirrors, but manually operated seat, although you can get a power seat as an option. This one already has the vinyl seating, and this is good for going off-road because it's easy to clean up if you get it muddy. Now, as far as a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, it does tilt, it's not telescoping. Trailer brakes down below, which is an option, but the interior is definitely more dressed down. Let's take a look at that ZR2 right here. The ZR2 has the gray stone, and you guys see some of this camouflage accent that they give you right there. But take a look at the door. You have more soft touch. On that Trail Boss, all this was hard plastic, right? They give you the silver accent here, lime stitching. You have the seat memories, but pretty much the same setup down below here. Both trucks had that bottle holder, but power seat does come standard. Manual seat for the passenger side for both trucks. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Trailer brakes down below too. They both have the same screens too. You have 11-inch for your gauge cluster and you have 11.3. However, this truck does have a wireless charger. And then check out down here. So this truck has a front and rear locker. You guys see there? Auto stop start, caution lights. You have lane departure, auxiliary, and you can let all the windows down together. Let's take a look at it on that Trail Boss. A lot of buttons missing on the Trail Boss. You still have the auto stop start, caution lights, and then that lane departure. And up here, no dual climate control, heated seats, anything like that. But again, like I said, you still have the same like screen sizes. Let's take a look one more time back over at that ZR2. Dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel right there. And I didn't mention this, but it does have an automatic locker for that Trail Boss, but you guys saw down below, you have those front and rear lockers. Now, as far as the system goes, they're going to be pretty much the same, but you do have extra drive modes for the ZR2. So let's go ahead and start with the normal here. You guys will see. So normal is right here. Off-road, tow haul, terrain, and then Baja. And it always skips over the Baja for some reason. So yeah, you have Baja, but you have to pretty much get it all set up for that system. But again, even on this side, you guys see you have more nice accents with that gray stone camouflage. Bose sound system is in this truck here. This truck does have an optional sunroof. They both have the black headliner, which is nice too. Out back, more nice accents to the rear door. Seat back pockets on both sides, air vents, cup holders, 2 USBs, and you have a 120 volt plug down here. In the center, there is an armrest with cup holders, sliding glass. Let's take a look at that Trail Boss. More hard plastic. No seat back pocket on this side. They only give you air vents, but no USBs, no power plug, and no seat back pocket on that side. No armrest in the second row. Both trucks do have the incandescent lighting inside the interior. Sliding glass was an option with those defrosters, by the way. So yeah, these trucks do come pretty stripped down if you're on a budget, and it starts pretty low below 40K. Now, as far as the numbers on the door go, let's take a look at the payload. You guys can see here, this truck has a 3,500 pound gross axle rating up front. The rear is 36. Gross fuel core rating is going to be 6,250. All in payload is 1,357 pounds. The ZR2, 3,500 pound gross axle rating up front, but they do reduce it for the rear at 3,400 pounds. Not sure why they do that. And then 6,250 pound gross fuel core weight rating. All in payloads, 1,174 pounds. So yeah, when you're considering both of these trucks, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. I feel as though most people would be happy with that Trail Boss with a few of the convenience packages. But the ZR2 definitely is more hardcore. I like the fact that you get the lockers. I like the more aggressive tires. I like the 17-inch wheels. And yes, a lot more things do come standard. So you can get this truck around 48 grand and not any options, because that Trail Boss is like 47,000 with some of the options on there. So sometimes you have to price them out together, because if you want an off-road truck, you get that extra inch and lift, and it just gives me more than what I would want. I like more higher option, higher trim truck. That's why I would definitely go with the ZR2. But some guys don't care about all that crap, and the Trail Boss is the next best thing.